Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Kozmic Kev, your host, and we are talking about the week beginning Friday, June 17th, 2016. And what we got going on is that this is a really unique week in that this is our summer solstice week, so this is when we get the most light. And so that means there's the least chance to look at the stars. And part of it is also we have a full moon commencing on the day of summer solstice. Okay, so June 20th, you're all wondering about this, June 20th at, what is it now, at 4:02 a.m. there will be a full moon in Sagittarius. But I want to say that this full moon in Sagittarius is just barely in Sagittarius. It's almost in Capricorn. Almost. You know, it's like minutes. It's like 29:33. So that's pretty deep. So it's only 27 minutes away from Capricorn. Alright, and when the summer solstice happens, which is at 3:34 p.m., the moon will be in Capricorn. And this full moon is in the Vedic nakshatra of Mula, which is the nakshatra of universal truth and rooted truth that comes out of the depths and deals with the healing of roots. But it's also a very jarring thing because this is the nakshatra that enters into Sagittarius and brings us the energy of moksha and liberation from the material plane and all the silly things we end up doing in this world. And you know, today when I've been recording this, we had, you know, one of those election things going on, and man, the level of fraud and deception is just mind-blowing this year. Absolutely mind-blowing. And the presumptiveness. And well, you know, coals will be falling on Babylon. That's all I can say. Whatever somebody sows, they're going to reap. So I feel very sorry for some people right now. But in the astrological world, it's hopeful. You know, because we've got all this light, and we're going from Gemini, which is a little more detached air sign, into Cancer, where we acknowledge our family, our parents, our tribe. And generally, I like to look at it, the spiritual principle of the Melkenu, which are the divine parents. So there is God and Goddess. That's like our original story for all of us. It's not just some angry patriarchal God or some, you know, unforgiving goddess up in the sky. It's nothing like that. It's really a light and souls that we share of good parents that care about us and come into us from the ancestral realm. So tonight, though, I mean, we've got a moon in Sagittarius at the beginning, and the sun is still in Gemini and won't be in Cancer until Monday. So we've got a few days to enjoy that growing light in Gemini and even the beginning of Cancer. And so we're going to do it. We're going to go sign by sign this week. The other thing I wanted to mention too is about Mars and its little retrograde dance it's doing today. it's already backed into Scorpio at it's going down to 23 degrees, and so it's actually entering into Vedic Libra just temporarily. And so there's this really restless shift of energy where we're more concerned about our love lives and fairness and equity again, and it's going to be wild, and how we can take over areas in other ways, man. So I just think there's just some really interesting things afoot this week, notable, worth taking note of. So anyhow, sign by sign, here we go.